Sailing is you can get 3 hours of nothing and then suddenly 5 minutes of intense chaos. And in knowing that in those 5 minutes of intense chaos, you think, okay, but I still have to try and explain to somebody what they need to do at the exact time that it has to be done.
So in a polite manner.
In a polite manner.
A nice manner, yeah.
Yeah, you think, okay, and you're also paying a lot of money to be here, so I will not scream at you.
Dear listener, dear viewer, welcome to episode number 4 already of the Boat and Bike Tours podcast. My name is Mark Schalekamp. I'll be your host, and I'm a writer and journalist from the Netherlands. And we have a very interesting guest today, who's not from the Netherlands. She is from the USA and Germany. Her name is Sabina Fickenwirth. Let me tell you a bit about her background. She's been working on the Elizabeth, that's one of the ships, for a year now, mainly as a hostess, but also as a sailor. She really enjoys being among the guests because of her dual nationality, as I said, American and German. She's fluent in different languages, and she's very passionate about her job and enjoys seeing the guests cycling through the week with a smile. And mostly she works, she does the IJsselmeer and nature reserves tour. Welcome, Sabina. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. How is life on board? I mean, it's a floating hotel, right? You can call it that.
Yeah, I'd say that's also how we describe it to the guests. Sometimes they come on board and they're not entirely certain how the rules work, for lack of a better word. So usually we say, okay, it'll work like a hotel. Then they're a little bit more on stable ground. They know how a hotel works. Maybe they've never been in a boat before, but they've probably been in a hotel.
And they trust it, and they think it's
and
okay.
And then they think, oh, thank goodness. Okay, I say, yeah, we always say in the front, it's hotel rules. If you need a new towel, put it on the floor. Then think, oh, I know that one, yeah.
But it is like that. I mean, it's got a corridor and it's got numbers on the doors, and it's got and I think these cabins are quite comfortable, really comfortable.
Oh yeah, no, the ships we're sort of luxury. We have every cabin has its own toilet and shower. So
really,
which is not usual on the charter fleet.
Yeah, I know. It's good. It's comfortable,
yeah.
But how does it? What do you do on board? I mean, I just read that you're a sailor as well as a hostess. But what do you really do on board during the day?
Everything. When you're down with 4 crew, you do everything. But so primarily as the hostess or the service under deck, I'm mostly responsible making sure that the guests have everything they need. We do 2 meals on the ship a day, breakfast and dinner. So deal with the setting up the buffet and making sure that, or for dinner we do table service, so I'm dashing around with plates. When I started on the ship, I could carry 2 plates. Now I'm proud to say I can carry 3. So I have improved.
Okay. And what's your goal? 10. 10.
I think you need bigger arms to do 10 plates.
One on your head.
That would be, you could really get it nice. Well, we do a tortilla night, and with the tortillas I can do 5 because it's a tortilla.
Okay.
So, but if there's more than just a tortilla on the plate, I think 3 is about my upper limit.
Yeah. But you're also a sailor.
Yes. So
you have to obey the captain.
Oh, at all times.
At all times.
On pain of death.
Exactly. But what do you have to do being a sailor? What do you do?
Primarily helping the guests figure, because we set the sails all together, because the sails are dang heavy, so you need a lot of people on both sides pulling. And sort of trying to organize the guests and telling them, that's the one you pull, don't pull on that one, definitely don't pull on that one, you need to pull this one now. And we set the sails, and the guests on the first day, really, you have to tell them everything. But sometimes or sort of the goal is, by the end of the week, then you can start using the names of what the actual lines are called, instead of just saying, that gray one to the left, then you can actually call it what it is. You say, can you take the clew halyard? And they know what that is. And and then by the end, they're getting some sort of competency in setting the sails. But it's primarily managing. Deck management is the key word there. And
deck management.
And making
but
sure
you just said, no. You're serious then, because sometimes it has to be no.
Yeah, and then sometimes it's, that's something to work on is knowing when if it's suddenly sailing is you can get 3 hours of nothing and then suddenly 5 minutes of intense chaos, and in knowing that in those 5 minutes of intense chaos you think, okay, but I still have to try and explain to somebody what they need to do at the exact time that it has to be done. So
in a polite manner.
In a polite manner.
A nice manner, yeah.
Yeah, you think, okay, and you're also paying a lot of money to be here, so I will not scream at you.
Though you're tempted.
Yeah, sometimes.
I can imagine. Ah.
But it's fun. The deck work is always enjoyable, and there's a 50-50 split, I would say, between people who are really interested in the sailing and people who are just more interested in the cycling part of the tour, and then they'll help out, but they're not you get the people who come up and really look over your shoulder and want to know everything that you're doing, and really interested. And sometimes there are people who have sailboats at home or who are just really interested in it. So, and those are the people that are fun, because then when you need something doing, you can come up and say, oh, I know you're going to help me. If I know you're sitting in the sun, but if I come up on deck, you're going to jump up and say, what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, that's cool. Because apart from the guest crew, how big is the official crew?
4 people.
Only 4?
Yeah, only 4, yeah. And so, there's the captain, the mate, the service, and the cook.
Okay.
And so what's really nice about the Elizabeth is that all 4 of us really like the sailing work. So me and the cook both, every time there's something to be done on deck, we're hopping up and seeing if we can help. Sometimes maybe too much.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's sometimes too many cooks are not in the kitchen, so to speak.
Okay.
And then you get too much going on deck. But it's fun. And when you're with 4, you can make this nice little team. So.
And how is it? Because you spend a week each time, right? The tour is a week.
Yeah. Saturday.
Yeah. How is it to live and work on relatively small surface on board? How is that?
You have to. It's cramped sometimes, and that's where the floating hotel is. Then sometimes the illusion is sometimes a bit ruined by me sneaking through a group of guests who are trying to enjoy a nice evening, and I'm trying to get to the crew shower at the front. I've got my towel and my shampoo and soap bag, and just trying to, as unobtrusively as possible,
to be invisible.
Don't look at me. I'm going to get clean. Don't. Sometimes I'm sure they're relieved to see me. Oh, good! Thank God she's going to the shower. It's been a long summer day. But so it's definitely, there's that interplay where I think it's also kind of part of the job is we're creating the atmosphere on board the ship, and part of that is knowing at some point in the week these guests are going to see me creeping forward with a towel, so let them know, we're going to be a bit family for the week. You're going to see me with my hair wet and soap in my eyebrows as I come creeping back, so
I understand.
It's gonna be a family atmosphere. Get used to it.
Yeah, but are they I guess prepared for that, or can be surpriseful?
I think there's sometimes surprise, but I think everyone likes it. It's that's part of it. I think the 4 of us are all very relaxed people, so the guests come on board and they get the vibe. Okay, no, it's gonna be a relaxed time. Don't worry if you see us brushing our teeth in the. Yeah.
It's the same crew all the time. You work with. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When did we start this year? From the end of May until middle of September, we were the 4 of us. Yeah.
Alvin is the skipper, right?
Indeed.
Yes. Yeah. We met him also.
Yeah,
on the German podcast.
He had his star turn as well.
Yeah. It's 25 minutes of fame.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's all he needs.
And but how does it work on board? You go from port to port. Do you get food on the new port, or
we get everything? Well, sometimes we'll do shopping runs in the week, mostly to get new bread, because you would not believe how quickly bread goes moldy on a ship in the middle of July. You wake up, you put the bread in the basket for breakfast, you turn around, and when you turn back, it's inedible.
Okay.
It goes so quick. So we mostly buy bread, but everything else happens on the Saturday, the changing day. Then everything the entire ship has to be flipped, and we bring in new food. And stock it all, stow it all away in the fridge. And and that's that we usually, everything gets delivered on the day, and that'll carry us through the week, usually. Then sometimes you have a disaster and you're coming in Wednesday night and you think, oh God, we need to get to a supermarket as soon as we more, otherwise dinner is not going to happen. But that's only happened once or twice, I think. We're usually pretty good. Well, the cook. The cook has it all. He's got a brain like a computer. He's working through his logistics. Yeah.
Do you have to assist him as well sometimes? Or?
Sometimes, but he does it all, and I'm pretty happy with that.
For 20 people or so, right?
Yeah, for 20 people. And that's good, because I can cook, but maybe not to the standard demanded by the chef.
And it's a pretty high standard with boat bike tours. I experienced it only once in the summer. That was a ship on the Mosel River, but the food was quite good. It was
the food's really good.
A surprise, yeah.
Yeah, I think sometimes I don't appreciate the food as much as I should, because I have it 14 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
And I think, oh great, it's Argentinian chicken night again. Oh, it's nice, but it's time 12. And then you think, it's actually really good food. I need to check my privilege. I've been having this 12 times.
Argentinian chicken
and
night.
I'm sitting there thinking, I want a pizza so bad.
But it's never pizza night.
No, it's not pizza night.
Okay.
Yeah, pizza's for home.
Okay, good. How did you end up here? What were you? How did you get on the ship on the Elizabeth? Were you asked to do it, or did you?
I think I got tired of I used to work as a translator for 4 years, and then I got a bit sick of it, and I really think I found the ship, the website online, and I always thought, I'd always like to work on a ship. I grew up sailing small boats, and I really think I just sent a cold email, just, hello, my name is Sabina. I don't get seasick, and I've been on a boat before. Give me any job. And then I think 3 days later, Alvin called me, hey, you have a job in June. See you then. Okay. It was that easy. Sometimes it still works like that.
When was that? When did you start?
That was the last year was my first summer. So that would called me sometime in January and said, okay, we'll see you in June. And then I spent 3 months worrying that I didn't actually have the job, because I've been living in Germany for 4 years. So I thought, okay, but when is he going to email me a contract? When are we going to sit down and talk about terms? When am I going to sign a piece of paper that says I have a job? And then I spoke to a friend.
The proper thing, like you do in Germany.
And then I talked to a friend who'd been working in the Netherlands before, and he said, yeah, Sabina, is fine. That you have the job. So he said he was a Dutch guy. Yeah, he's a Dutch guy. He said he would give you a job in June. Yeah, he said, just show up in June, I'll be fine. And I was panicking for 3 months waiting for a contract.
I'm glad to hear that your impression of the Dutch is that they're very reliable.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
But I think, okay, it's good. If someone says, yeah, we'll do it, don't wait for I think I got my contract. I'd been on board for 2 months, and then the contract appeared. Oh, by the way, you can sign this. Oh, okay. Fantastic.
And your salary, you get it next year, right?
Yeah, still waiting on it.
Okay, good. Yeah, and you're international, and it comes in handy, I guess, because the guests are coming from all over the world, right?
Yeah. Primarily German, but we've actually, this year we had a bit more of an international group. We had people from Brazil. That was quite exciting.
Nice.
Some Americans as well. Always the Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Germans is our main group. So then it's good that I can speak German.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes, they usually speak a bit of English, but it's not reliable. So
no,
exactly.
Well. And from what I experience is that these people, even though they enter the ship by themselves, they tend to bond often.
Yeah, that's always nice.
And I could see that the crew and you, I guess, play a big role, an important role in that. How does it go?
Yeah, I think that's part of that. I think sort of creating an atmosphere, like I mentioned earlier, that's really the main part of the job, is letting the people on board and say, okay, we're going to be relaxed, we're going to be familiar this week, and sort of teasing out usually within the first 2 days, you can tell who the people you can get a bit jokey with, and who are the people you think, okay, no, but I will, this old man, I will remain the spitting image of professionalism. But usually by the end of the week, you can tease out who's a bit, you can make them relax a little bit and have fun. But really, some of the groups, they're thick as thieves by the end. We have, every week we make a WhatsApp group for the tour, so they can share pictures, and also if the ship is going to be late arriving in harbor or something, we can say, we're we're on the way or we get stuck somewhere. And there are a couple WhatsApp groups from last season that's still alive. In a very German fashion, as you know, on Easter they'll send a little horrible animated GIF of a dancing rabbit. It's like, for Ostern, I think. At the same time, I'm getting 50 of them from my aunts and uncles, and then the boat bike WhatsApp group is also popping off with holiday greetings.
Yeah, it's sweet.
There are a couple that are still active that still post or photos. So we were here, we were there. Yeah, so it's quite nice. I think the people will exchange addresses by the end of the week. It's quite cool to see.
Yeah,
actually, how they all come together, and especially when there's when it's an international group, then you get people who are just hanging out and talking some sort of pidgin mix of English, German, French, whatever it is.
But even though these their backgrounds are quite different. I mean, you have to bridge some differences between Brazilians and Germans, etc. How does it happen?
I honestly don't know.
No?
It just seems to happen.
It's maybe doing things together that helps.
Yeah, there's doing things, and I think the sailing is such a huge part of it because they're standing in a row, all pulling on the same line.
Yeah.
All being yelled at by the same crew, telling them to go faster or slow down or stop or move. And I think after the first day setting sails, then it's hard to hang back when there's really someone saying, no, we really have to get this sail up. Everyone has to work together. You have to find a rhythm. So I think the sailing really is such a huge part of that group building. I'm not sure how it, because I'm on the non-sailing ships. I'm sure there's also a similar thing, but then on the sailing ship, it just works like magic.
I don't know how. You should experience. Maybe you should go.
I know.
You should join.
Maybe I should hang out for a week on one of the river tours.
One of the magnifiques.
Go do a little undercover inspection.
Mystery guest, maybe.
Yeah, a mystery guest. Oh, that's good.
But you don't join the biking, right?
No. Yeah, we've got too much work to do during the guests. The guests leave and we go into a frenzy trying to clean up and get ready for them to come back. So that's the downside, because then they're posting these photos in the WhatsApp group and thinking, I didn't see a nice windmill today. I was cleaning toilets.
Ah, poor you.
Okay. But I guess I am getting paid and they're paying.
Yeah. And okay, it's 1 year gone and 2 seasons, right?
Yeah,
2 seasons.
2 seasons over. Yeah,
because it ended right. Ends in October something, and it starts in March. Again?
May, and the end of May. Yeah, and the ship sails before and after, just doing the regular, so private groups, small charters, and then we sail. But the bicycle tours, boat bike, is end of May until the middle of September.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you'll be on board next year again. We'll
see. I think so.
Probably. Yeah. What does your top 3 of trips so far? What's been good?
Top 3. Well, I have to, it's biased because my parents did come along for a week, and that was a really fun. That was a fun week.
It's nice.
That was a crazy group. They brought 2 of their friends, so and that was really fun. I hadn't seen them in a while, and so I think that has to go at my top. But I'm biased because this was my mom and dad.
Ah.
But there was a week where we had this, I don't know how it happened. I think it was a complete split between Americans, German, and there were some Belgians on. I think it was the week there were some Belgians on board, and somehow it was by the first night they were all best of friends. They moved in the saloon. We have the tables. Usually we have them set up in a certain way, but they can be moved. The furniture can all be moved around. Mm-hmm. And the first night they just autonomously decide, we're going to move the tables around, and they put it in a big long table, and they just sat in a big long table all week and just a party group. It was a little bit annoying because when we had to do the bar shift, and I had to tell, we switch out, but the bar shift, me and the mate, and then Alvin also does a night, and I had to tell the mate it was his bar shift, and I said, I gotta warn you, they have not been in bed before 1 a.m. any day this week. They are going to sit up and they're going to make you pour them beer until after midnight. And that's what they did.
And still got up at 7.
Yeah, still got up. And then got up at 7 to eat breakfast and then go bicycle 40 kilometers. And then come back.
Cookies.
They were intense, yeah. They went through, I had to make an emergency run to the liquor store to buy more Berenberg on Wednesday.
Berenberg.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking, they're drinking me out of house and home.
Ah,
They went through 3 bottles of Berenberg
of course.
by Wednesday.
Yeah. Of course, your parents didn't do that, huh? When they
No,
were...
they were worse.
Okay. Okay. And being... what did you do when not on the ship? I mean, between October and April, what does the crew do? What is the skipper still has his private tours, and you join him then as well?
Well, no, we just finished up. Actually, yesterday was the final day of sailing. So after the bicycle, then it's just me and the skipper, just skipper and maid, sailing the ship. And we just finished yesterday, so I'm still a bit on the come down. The adrenaline high is slowly fading. But the ship will go into dry dock now for 2 weeks and everything. Then it's just work, maintenance.
Okay, of course. Yeah.
I was on a different ship last year, sailing up in Norway and actually to Spitsbergen, so in the Arctic. That was really cool.
Beautiful, huh?
Yeah, that was amazing. But this year I'm taking a holiday and I'm actually going to there's a nautical college in Enkhuizen.
Yeah.
That I'm doing the Zeevaart School.
Okay,
Yeah.
zeevaartschool, the hogere zeevaartschool.
Oh yeah, so
Okay.
I'm doing that first. I'll be doing that for 6 months. And
So you're being trained to become a skipper yourself.
First step is we'll make it up to I don't even know how you say it in English. Stuurman.
Stuurman?
I have no idea how you say that in English. Helmsman, I guess.
I don't know. The one who steers the ship. Isn't it steerman?
The steering man, the steering man. So I'll get certification to become the steering man first. Yeah, and then we'll see further than that. Skipper is still a bit far away. It's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, you'll end up being the admiral.
Oof.
I think so. No. And you're quite young. While most of the guests on board are the average age is 50 or 50 plus, I guess.
Yeah, I think 50 plus is probably getting a bit closer to the target. Yeah. I think 60 is our median.
But I thought they were quite young and energetic. The ones I experienced. Oh, yeah. I thought, but if you wanted to tell people of younger generation, your generation, to what's nice about boat bike tours, what do you tell them?
I think it's nice that it's inclusive. I think that's probably part of the reason why we get a bit of an older age group. Is I think I think my friends, when they go on holiday, they don't think I'm gonna take a sort of all-included package with meals involved. And I think it's kind of nice. Then it's something different when you say, "Oh, I'm not going to have to worry about dinner tonight. I'm just going to sit down and see what comes out of the kitchen." I think it's that. I think there's something very different about, especially the sailing. I think it's great. That's something that I think people don't, when they think about, I'm going to go on a cruise, for lack of a better term, a week cruise. They're not thinking about a sailing ship, and then that adds a little something. You're doing I always say you do the bike part, that's your leg day, and then the boat part, that's the arm day. So you get a full body workout. You get a full body workout, and then you can sit down and have a big meal and drink a couple beers. So it all remains in balance.
Exactly. So maybe your friends would join.
Yeah, I think
it's also a family thing. I think the bigger ships on the rivers are also a family thing.
Yeah.
But also the IJsselmeer tours as well, or is it? Not.
We do get families on board sometimes. That's always fun when you get kids or teenagers on board. Then that brings a little lightening up when you've got a 5-year-old running around on deck and his mom screaming, "Don't run on deck!" And I'm thinking, if he goes over.
Okay.
If he goes over now, no, bad scene. But no, it's always fun with kids on board, and that's always nice. Then you get the older age groups enjoy that as well. See some kids running around, but we don't get as many young families. That's not our main demographic.
No,
but that's okay. I get on well with old Germans. I'm related to a lot of old Germans, so I know how to handle them.
like your grandparents, for example.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sabina. It's been lovely talking with you about life on board.
Pleasure.
We learned a lot. And I hope you, the viewers and listeners, also liked it. If you have feedback and maybe see points of improvement, please let us know. But thank you for now, and see you on next episode. That's how we greet on board, right? Like that. Thank you. Bye-bye.